The Pittsburgh Steelers back home and badly in need of a W today, but it will not be easy as they face Tom Brady in his first trip to Pittsburgh in a Tampa Bay uniform. And with that, we welcome you up to the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Daryl Johnston. So Tampa Bay right now atop the NFC South with a 3-2 record. Meanwhile, you look at what Pittsburgh's got going on. A 4-game slide. Last week they lost 38-3 at Buffalo. Worst loss in the Mike Tomlin era. Banged up in the secondary. Rookie quarterback. This is a team, Daryl, trying to find themselves right now. 13th play of the drive coming up. 2 fourth-down conversions on this drive for Brady. Underneath Fournette, inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone.
Again, no matter who's in there for this Falcons defense.
All 3 timeouts inside of a minute. Working the sideline, but then Chase comes back inside, and he's gone. Jamar Chase, second touchdown, this one from 41 yards out. Go! Smith steps up, and he is going to take a shot. He's got Lockett in stride. Touchdown Seattle with 7 ticks left in the half. Brandon Gaudin alongside the only man in NFL history to win Super Bowls with both of these franchises, Mark Schlereth. Let's start with Denver. I mentioned the skid. They were 3-0. They've now lost 4 straight. Teddy Bridgewater was asked this week, is it time to panic? He said, well, not yet, but maybe if we lose this one. 179 for Denver. Heineke looking for the end zone. Over the shoulder grab. DeAndre Carter touchdown. That was a thing of beauty. They will try that one game here. A big hole. Devin Singletary, foot race. Touchdown, Buffalo. Oh, coming down to this. Bridgewater. Intercepted. James Pierre picked it. And Pittsburgh is going to win it. And off we go. Tom Brady, 12-3 against Pittsburgh in his career. It's the first time, Daryl, that he has faced them in a Tampa Bay uniform.
Yeah, and he was not very well received here, even in that Tampa Bay uniform. And here it comes again. 3 of those victories against the Steelers AFC Championship games. So, yeah, not a fan favorite here.
Tom Brady, his 369th career start today, if you include the postseason. And he's going to turn around and hand it off to Leonard Fournette. Fournette only able to get 1 on that right side to bring up 2nd and 9. This is an offense, we talked about it. They run it there, but they usually run it least amount in the NFL, 33%.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistency with guys in and out of the lineup, different positions. That's been the frustrating thing for Tom Brady. He wants to know, who are we? Are we going to be a 3 wide receiver offense? Are we going to be a 2 tight end offense? They've got a couple of more weeks to kind of find out what that identity is going to be, but they have to have it established so they can make a push towards the playoffs.
This time Fournette flexes out.
We got 6. We got 6. Yeah.
Brady on 2nd down and 9, and he's able to complete it, then it's dropped. Chris Godwin, they're going to say it's not a fumble. He just never had possession. So an early 3rd and long for Tampa against this Pittsburgh defense. We talked about it, no T.J. Watt, the injuries in the secondary. What can we expect from them today?
All that pressure shifts to the front, especially the defensive line. You cannot blitz and add people to the rush against Tom Brady when your secondary is beat up and you've got backups that are all across the board back there. They've got to win and get home up front and allow everybody to drop back, play coverage with 7.
And again, not easy up front without T.J. Watt. That torn pec, week 1, still out. Brady sets up shop and throws it low and incomplete. Trying to go back to Godwin. Godwin reached for it, could not reel it in, and Tampa Bay will start with a 3 and out.
Everybody always talks about quarterback pressure, but sometimes it's just rattling that quarterback in the pocket. Watch the hit on Tom Brady right here at the end. That's a good tone setter here in that first series because you're only rushing 4. Those 4 guys have to generate it. They've got to be able to win some of those one-on-one battles up front.
Now, Larry Ogunjobi able to get home that time. And they talked about getting the pressure up the middle on Tom Brady, and they were able to do it there. Jake Camarda punts it. And this one will go out of bounds. Pretty good field position for Pittsburgh as well. Not the best punt by Camarda. So Tom Brady making his 369th start. Kenny Pickett making his 2nd career start, his first here at home. And this is a guy that they are very high on.
And well, they should. Todd Bowles, very complimentary of Kenny Pickett. When we talk to him, you watch that film, it is not too big for him. We hear that word a lot. He processes it well. He gets the ball out quickly. He's athletic. He can throw on the move. He's good in the pocket. He's got that feel. And I love the fact that he went after Shaq Lawson. He's got a little bit of grit to him, too.
And right to the air, and a quick pitch and catch to get him in rhythm. That was his favorite target last week. Rookie to rookie, it's George Pickens.
This really could be a special combination moving forward because they've already really got good chemistry established. A throw to the outside, keep it away from Levante David. Just a simple timing route to kind of start to build that rhythm here on their opening drive.
Now, Kenny Pickett talked about he and George Pickens going through rookie minicamp together, OTAs together, said they are very comfortable, and that is shown here over the last 5 quarters of football. 2nd and 2. And another pitch and catch, this time Deontay Johnson. So a couple of plays and a first down for this Steeler offense. It has been struggling. They're 29th in rushing, and their quarterbacks combined 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
And really, I'll go a little bit beyond that. They moved the ball well from 20 to 20 last week versus the Buffalo Bills, but the big difference was scoring points. They got into the red zone, and they did not do a good job. Your margin for error is small as it is, and when you get into the red zone, it shrinks even more. You can't have penalties. You can't have missed assignments. You can't have negative plays. They've got to clean up the red zone offense.
Another pass, 3 for 3. Great start for Kenny Pickett. And he's hit 3 different receivers. This time it's Chase Claypool for 14 and a first down.
Yeah, really nice job here, staying ahead of the defense. We got a play caller battle going on. Here come your blitzers right off the edge, right there, and you've got that little pass right into that vacated area.
And they're going pretty quick. First run of the game for the Steelers, Najee Harris, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Antoine Winfield Jr., the talented 3rd-year player out of Minnesota, dropping him for a loss.
Yeah, Antoine Winfield Jr., he's just been outstanding for this team. You can see him right on the end there, number 31, fighting through, and then he comes up. He's a very sure tackler. That's one of the really good things. He doesn't miss his opportunities, but you talk to the defensive coaches for Tampa Bay, and they can't say enough good things about Antoine Winfield and what he brings, not only from the safety position, but you'll see him down where he was there. You know, walked into that box up on that line of scrimmage.
4-yard loss, so 2nd and 14. This time they'll give it to Claypool in the run game, and he is shoved out around the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down. Now this Tampa Bay defense, number 1 in the NFL against the run the last 3 years, but the last 2 weeks they've struggled against the run a little bit.
A little bit. It's surprising against Kansas City, the amount of yards, 189 yards there. Last week against Atlanta, that's a team that's committed to the run, so maybe a step in the right direction. Got a heavy dose and hung in there, but that's going to be the big thing today. Can they stop the run game, make this team one-dimensional, a team that has struggled to run, and then the pressure on a rookie quarterback? How do they impact Kenny Pickett?
3rd down and 6. Pickett down the sideline, no, and there are no flags. Coverage by Davis is clean. Oh, there is a flag. This is back at the line of
foul,
scrimmage.
roughing the passer, defense number 45. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So, a penalty on 3rd down for roughing the passer against Devin White. Move the chains.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about it since last weekend, how they've tightened this down a little bit. You're going to see right at the end, it's a shove. It's unnecessary. Is it rough? I don't know, but it is unnecessary.
1st and 10 Steelers.
The message was sent last week. You just got to be smarter than that. Devin White has got to be smarter and understand how the officials are calling that play.
And last week, very controversial call, Grady Jarrett sacking Tom Brady, and that essentially, that penalty claimed victory for Tampa in that ball game to get them to 3-2. Here, first down off the roughing the passer penalty, and they hand it to Najee Harris for a short gain off the left side. This is a Tampa team, I mentioned it, just in bad need of a victory. They won week 1, but 4 straight losses for Pittsburgh coming in here. Talked about this red zone offense and how it's been an issue for this team. That's last week against Buffalo.
Hey, 45 here, 45.
And they've entered the red zone now at the 19, 2nd and 9. Handing it off to Deontay Johnson. So a couple of receivers getting in the run game. Jamel Dean coming up and making the stop there, and that'll set up 3rd down.
But just a little issue right there on the blocking. Who's got who on the perimeter? I like the call. I like getting out on the edge, stay away from those big bodies in the middle. But, you know, you're committing 2 guys to 1 person to block, and now you got to make that last-second adjustment. That should have been a play that got more yardage.
And now a rookie, Jalen Warren, checks in to the left of Kenny Pickett in the backfield, replacing Najee Harris on 3rd and 6. And movement, Tampa Bay pointing at that Pittsburgh front.
False start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Now that's a left guard, former 4th-round pick Kevin Dotson, 3rd and 11 now.
You want to talk about just a double dose, you know, number 1, pre-snap penalties, unacceptable. Can't have them. In the red zone, definitely can't have them. And the last 2 plays, what have we seen? I think we saw a confusion with the blocking scheme that made the rushing yards less than we should have had, and we followed that up with a penalty.
And Pickett stays in the pocket now, tries to escape. He can run. He's going to be just short. And an early decision here for Mike Tomlin. Do you try to go for this on 4th and short?
Well, you saw last week against the Bills, they gave it up twice on downs in the red zone.
They are going. Handoff to the rookie. And Jalen Warren powers ahead for the Pittsburgh 1st down. And Mike Tomlin sending an early message. They're going to be aggressive.
Jalen Warren 3 for 3 on 3rd and 1s last week. And watch him continue to keep his legs moving. This is defended well by Tampa. They've got it kind of stuffed up right there. You can see Anthony Nelson right there coming across the top. Look at all the helmets for the Buccaneers right there. But I tell you what, Jalen Warren does a great job of just driving those legs to get those yards.
Undrafted rookie who they say is off to a great start with a bright future. This is the 10th play of the drive right here on 1st and goal. And Pickett throws it high, going and climbing the ladder, Deontay Johnson, and reeling it into the 6, and he's got some turf in his helmet.
Well, I tell you, this is a great start for Deontay Johnson, because the one thing that's the knock on his game right now are the drops. He's got a high number of drops, and that's a great way for him to get started, elevating, getting a catch at the high point. Well done.
Yeah, 26 drops since 2019 for Johnson, 2nd most in the league. They say it's head scratching because he'll make catches like that and then sometimes drop an easy one, but a great grab there.
Focus, Brandon.
2nd and goal, Pickett dumps it out to Harris, and Harris is in. Kenny Pickett's 1st passing touchdown of his career, and Pittsburgh has the early lead.
Real nice play calls by Matt Canada there. We're going to cross. We've got the safety covering right there. He's going to get caught in that wash, and he can't get out in that flat to cover Najee Harris.
Both of these teams have had trouble this year in the 1st quarter. That's the 1st offensive touchdown for either of these squads. It comes at the 7:38 mark, courtesy of Najee Harris and Kenny Pickett in the stadium where he played his college ball. Feeling pretty comfortable early.